Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man, and I am so upset. I just spent an hour recording on this map, taking off from where we left off in the last episode, which was nighttime, if you remember. And I was going to speed time up. And I sold the breeding pigs, breeding sheep, and breeding cows. And if you notice way up in the right, I've got $30 million. Now, I had what did I have before? I can't remember. I can't remember what I had before. Was it 18 million? Well, whatever. I just made millions of dollars selling them, and it was so hard. It was so hard. And I'll show you why. Here's what I decided to do. In one of the last episodes, I got a comment from somebody, and what he said was, he said, because it's my own fault. You heard me bitching and pissing and moaning about how I couldn't get the rig to hold enough to sell the animals, and each time it would only take like 10 or 20 at a time, and then I got this rig over here that I could actually do 100 at a time. But even so, I had over 5,000 sheep. I can't remember how many pigs and cattle I had, but I had 2,000-3,000 cattle, and as many pigs, and breeding pigs. I'm talking about now, breeding pigs. And what I did was, rather than what my commenter said was, you know, you don't have to drive them to market. You can actually sell them right from the farm. And of course, I knew that because that's generally how I do it, because I'm lazy, right? And so I thought, okay, I was trying to use the equipment that we were given and that kind of stuff and do it right, do it the right way. And it just was an impossible task. 5,000 sheep? 5,000 sheep. So here's what you do, and you guys know this. You come over here and you open this thing up and you sell, and you use your wheel to sell or buy is what you do, right? Okay, so I could buy sheep, you know, but now see, I'm using my mouse wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I only bought 70 sheep. Can you imagine how much I had to spin that friggin' mouse wheel to do 5,000 sheep? And that was only the sheep. I had not quite as many pigs. I had about 3,000 pigs. And I had about 4,000 or 5,000 cows. But oh my God, I was so exhausted. I had to stop doing it online. I had to pause the game. And by the time I was done, literally, my chest I was heaving just from that, just from using my fingers to do all of that, you know, over and over and over. And I had to get a cold drink. I had to cool down. It was exhausting. And I went through all of that, and I did some seeding. I did some grass. I did quite a bit of work. I sold, you know, most of the wool. I sold other fruits and vegetables. And I got done with it, and I went out to copy it and render it. And I realized that I didn't start the recording. All I got out of it was sound. I started my sound recording, but I did not start my recording software. So I got none of that. All that hard work, none of it. So we're going to do a summary. I now have $30 million because I sold all the animals. And what I did was I sold all but 2 sheep, all but 2 pigs, and all but 2 cattle. And now I'm trying to get the feed in them so that so they've got full feed capability. In the meantime, I sold a bunch of the wool. I sold the fruit that I had on that trailer over there. Let's go see how that's doing, by the way. And before I forget, too, I did fix the Cedars. I remodded the Cedars so they now take coffee and let's see here. They take coffee and rice. And I didn't realize that they weren't able to do mustard either. So I did put mustard in. Let's make sure. Yeah, there was mustard. So they now do everything. these Cedars now do everything. This field is done right here. 21 is done. And I did, what did I do? I did coffee on this one. Now, I did make a mistake on this field. There's rice on this field, but what happened was the field was almost done before I realized that I was doing potatoes on it. So I put rice in. Ow, painful. I put rice in and went to finish the field off. Although for some reason it doesn't do the whole field. So this is now, if you'll notice, there's a little bit of sugar beets right there, because I did the whole field in sugar beets, and now I just screwed it up again. Go back to rice. Okay, there's the rice. Let's finish this field out. Now, I'm still upset because it's only been about 10 minutes since I realized that I didn't have my recording device on, so I'm still pissed. That was a lot of work to do to get a 45-minute video done, and I just lost it because I didn't turn the damn machine on. Oh well, it isn't the first time it's happened. I've done it many times before. My wife keeps telling me, why don't you have a checklist? And I said, well, I did have a checklist and I forgot to use it. So you guys, I tell you, this is so frustrating. Anyway, let's run to the other side and make sure we've got that one taken care of. And with that, everything is seeded, I believe. Now, I did notice the last time I went in that a lot of my fields need to be plowed again. So I'm not going to get the yields that I would normally get. But then I got $30 million. I don't care. So I'm gonna just play catch up here. I had both forage wagons going, picking up grass. So I got more grass to pick up. I just got more fruit to pick up. I had a little bit more meat to do, but I sold all my cattle, so I can't make any more meat for a while. I thought about going down to just one animal to see if they would breed up from there. But, you know, technically, it takes two animals to get together and breed up, doesn't it, in real life? One male, one female. That's not how it works in this game because they're all cattle. They're all cows. There's no distinction between male and female that I know of. So I'm assuming that in the game we artificial inseminate. That's the only assumption I can make. So literally, I probably could have went down to one animal and they would still breed up. But we still have vegetables to pick up, so we'll get on that. I still got a lot to do. $30 million, though. I could quit this thing. Move into town, live high off the hog. Sit in my hot tub all night, drinking champagne and eating caviar. Who in the hell would want to do that, by the way? Have you tasted champagne and eaten caviar? It's like, are you kidding me? I'd rather have a Mountain Dew and a hamburger. It's like Mountain Dew and bacon. Bacon's good. I like bacon. Anyway, I've still got a lot of stuff to do because I still have to pick up all the... I mentioned in the episode that you're not going to see because I didn't turn the machine on, that I have yet to pick up any kind of slurry. I've not picked up any kind of slurry. I must have tons and tons of slurry to pick up. So, first of all, let's get this milk truck. No, not the milk truck. I don't want the milk truck. I want... Oh, I can use the milk truck. Never mind. No, I don't want to use the milk truck. I want to use the... Oh, and tell you what, I want to put my stop milk thing back up. Let me double check and make sure we sold all of our milk. And let's see, we've got cows. We got 21,000 because we still have 63 cows that are being milked. I went down to 2 breeding cows, and we've got 43 gallons of milk. So what I want to do is stop the milk sale again. So let's do that. Let's grab our placeable category here and run it over to the stop milk sign right there. We're going to pop it right here, and then we'll get back to work. I'm looking for my water truck. Where's my dang water truck? The reason why I can't find it is because I was actually using it, wasn't I? You won't see that because I didn't start my recording device. Where did I leave it? There it is. This is right where I ended the episode. Okay, so they're full up. Let's move on. There's one thing about it now that I only have 2 animals in each pen. They're not going to eat and drink much. It's okay by me. We'll build it back up again. Indeed. That was exhausting anyway, dealing with all that. Now, that should give all the animals water. Right? Let's see. Go all the way back. Okay, water, 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 water. Right. Okay, we're done with the water. So, let's move this thing back. We don't need water anymore. I'm going to park this guy right here. And then I want to go to the trailers and see if they've sold everything. That one didn't sell all the wool, but this guy's kind of in the way. Let's get this guy out of the way. We're going to take him over and get some of the fruits. I'm sorry, the vegetables. Well, fruit too. But I want to clear the conveyor belts off the vegetables. Let's move this one over. Whoa! Whoops. Sorry. Somebody put a golden nugget right in the middle of that. Like, I'm going to get out and pick it up. No, I'm not. Is that selling now? Okay, that's selling now. Let's get... After saying that, I almost jumped right on top of that gold nugget, didn't I? I'll wait till the wool truck gets empty and then we'll go get the rest of that wool. I think the regular sheep have wool to pick up too. So let's just start. Let me pull this, put it on the front trailer. We'll start picking up some of this. Here, see if I can get close enough to get both rows there. And then let's switch to the back trailer. And hit X again. That should get that one. Are we full up? We're full up. Oh, missed one on the front. Missed one on that one too. That's not a good sign. When that happened before, it meant that it threw that pallet into a field somewhere. So I thought that only happened on the other truck, but I may be mistaken. right, before I take it there, though, let me just double check, make sure that's the best price. Let's see, we're selling fruit again. Whoops. Back up. In the episode you're not going to see, that was the best price for the sales that I had. So let's see what we've got now. There's the fruit. And the fruit best price is actually, now these are pears, but let's see, pallet 2 is lowest except for that one and that one. Buying pallet 1 is still high, so let's just go there until we flood the market completely at pallet number 1, and then we'll switch. Looks like Wool Guy's empty. You got to get him out of the way. Let's get Wool Truck out of the way. Switch to the front trailer. And this is how I was doing that. I was kind of going through and trying to get the front trailer as far to this side as I could, and then dropping the load, hoping that everything stays in the middle there. Whoops, that didn't work. I needed to do that and that. I didn't do it well. I did not do this well. But let's switch to the back trailer and make sure it's on that other side and dump it there. Yeah, I'm going to leave this truck right here for now. We'll work on the other one because I think I screwed up. I think some of that stuff's not going to sell. We'll find out. Let's let it go. Heck with it. I'll come back and clean it up later. We can get this thing loaded again, and we'll come back and clean it up later. I did mention that I stick with 2 trailers on the road train. 3 trailers, you have a hard time. I barely see the second trailer here without doing this. And whoa! So I chose to only do 2 trailers. 3 trailers are kind of hard to maneuver too, as well. So let that one go. Let's see, we got a couple left on this side. So let's flip to the front trailer. Wait till I get up here, and then hit the X. There, get those. Get the rest of these. Hit the back trailer, hit X. Get those. Look, it flipped them to the front. How down? No, never. I don't know what the hell it's doing. It flips them around for some reason. Let me go back to the front trailer and see. Yeah, see, it won't fill that spot. I don't know why. It's flopping stuff everywhere. I don't know what's going on. That's crazy. Right there, crazy right there. Let's double check the price again. And buying pallet 2's catching up in price, but it still looks like 1 overall is better. So I'll stick with it. And we're selling away up there. We're still 30 million. I think, I don't know. You know, between me and you and the fence post, I'm almost done with the Canada map. I mean, from this point, all I can do is just keep making money. It's not a struggle anymore, if you know what I mean. When you first start a map and you have to work just to buy the next field because you only get one field to start with and blah, 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 that kind of thing. At this point, I can pretty much buy or do anything I want. So, you know, what's the point of continuing on? The only point in doing more is to try to do some of the production I haven't done yet. I haven't used the soy milk factory, which I've done before. I haven't used any of the fish factories. So I could still do some of that stuff. I can, with 30 million, I can start buying a bunch of fields, and the next thing you know, I'll own every field in the map. But do I want to continue on? I don't know. I'll think about it. I still have till November before the new game comes out, of which I kind of did something that I don't like and I never usually do. I was thumbing through YouTube videos the other day, and I found one on the 2019 Farm Simulator, some information that came out of the FarmCon or Farm whatever that is, you know, like Comic-Con, that kind of thing. There was a FarmCon, and they had quite a bit of information on the new game. Normally, I don't look at that stuff. I don't want to, because I don't want to know what the new game's going to be like. I want to play it and experience it myself. I don't want to see something that they said they're going to add and then be disappointed with it. I'd rather play the game and say, look, they've added this. That's cool. Now, it doesn't work the way I wish it would, but it's cool that they added it. Well, now I can't do that because I know what they're going to add, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be disappointed. I shouldn't say that, but there are some things that I'm disappointed with. Now, there's different levels of being disappointed. There's different levels of feelings about something. You can, oh my God, I hate what they did with that, or oh, I don't really care for what they did. It's okay. Oh, I'm slightly disappointed. Now, disappointed is a little bit different because disappointment is something that's personal. In that, you know, I was wanting something different, so I'm disappointed. Disappointed is when the wife calls you and says, hey, I'm making tacos for dinner. What time are you going to be home? And then you get home and there's a plate of spaghetti sitting there. Now, don't get me wrong. I like spaghetti. Look, there's something out in the field. I knew it, and it's fruit. Why this field? Anyway, there's a difference in being disappointed and then, you know, them screwing the game up. But the little disappointment is I've heard they're not going to have class in there, or class, however you want to pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced class. I've heard it pronounced class. They're not going to have any class equipment in, is what I've heard. I'm a little disappointed with that. I kind of like the class equipment. They're putting in John Deere. That's fine too. Although John Deere's not a big deal for me. Back on where we were farming, we didn't necessarily use John Deere's. They were too expensive, and you could get better bang for the buck with other equipment. But anyway, let's see here. What am I doing? Whoop. Let's see. Want to do that? I'm going to do work position and unload. That's not what I wanted to do. Really, that's not. But okay, let's go with that, I guess. Oh, I'm tired is the problem. That working that farm just wore me out. It was unbelievable. All right, let's see. This guy is waiting to unload another load. That stuff's still selling. It's just selling really slow. Tell you what I could do. I could just pull the truck up and let it sell off the truck for a while. Oh, let's do that. What trailer am I on? Uh-oh. I got fruit falling everywhere. It's selling off the truck. I'm going to let it go. I'm tired. I don't care. Let's see. This is the grass field. Let's see what we got here. Let's get this guy out of here. Right, let's get this over to the train depot. I'm gonna have to load the train up after a while here. I don't really need this much grass anymore now that I sold all my animals. But I do need some grass at the farm because I think I'm kind of out of it. There's no grass in the main silo. There is grass in the train depot that's close by. So let me load this up. And while that's unloading there, let's grab the train and see what we got here. What do we have? Only grass. Okay, so there is grass in that trailer. Okay, so I got one trailer full. Let's pull forward a little bit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It isn't full. Let's fill it up. I thought it was full. Hang on, I'm going to take a sip of Snapple here. I'm having fits of deja vu because of all the stuff I said in that 45 minutes that you're not going to get to see. And I'm thinking about saying it again. I thought, wait a minute, I already said that. Oh, no, I didn't. I did, but I didn't. All right, we'll come back to this. Let that fill. Need to get this truck off the field. I need to get back to the animals. I'm going to leave this in the orchard, I think, for now. Right here's fine. Okay, and then let's see. This one is empty. Let's go back to the farm with this one. I do have other wool to pick up from the regular sheep, so I might as well load that up. Let's load that up while we're here. Okay, pull this out of the way. Just stick it over here. Should be out of the way. Let's go back to this fella. Now, what do I need grass for? I don't think I need grass anymore. Let's see what the animals are in need of. Okay, let's go back. Start at the start here. Water. Cleanliness, straw. They need straw, they need corn. They're fine for now. The breeding sheep have grass. They need hay or silage and wheat and barley. The sheep are fine. The breeding cows have grass and water and straw. The regular cows are fine. The breeding pigs need straw and corn, and wheat and barley and canola and sunflower seeds. Okay, they're fine with beets and potatoes. So I don't need grass anymore. Let's put this in the silo. I think that's what I meant to do, and I actually pulled into the wrong side. I meant to pull onto this side, and I pulled into the other side. I think that's what I did. So I'm just getting confused now. Let's get this truck out of the way. So I don't think any of the well, I shouldn't say that. I don't think any of them need straw anymore, or have a great. God dang it! Oh no, I'm stuck. No, no. Oh, thank you, thank you very much. All right, this thing steers really squirrely, or it could be my driving. All right, let's put the grass away. And let's see. Let's start back at the start and see. Okay, so breeding sheep. They need silage or hay. I don't believe I have any hay. But I do have silage, so we can do that. Let's actually go up and see if there's any silage in the silage maker. And there is not. Okay. There should be some silage in here, though. Which means I've got all that grass, I should start making silage, I guess. And while we're waiting for that, let's run back to the train and pull it forward. Yeah, let's pull it forward till we get to another car. And again, back to grass. There's two kinds of grass. Because you noticed that it said grass was empty. But if you look, maybe it is. Maybe it is empty. Alright. Is that all the grass I had? Oh, by golly, I did. Well, I gotta remember the train's holding off a lot, so... Okay, let's head the train to town. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. Don't take your grass to town. Unless it's the other kind of grass. Hey, we're up to 31 million and still selling. Look, there's another pallet out there. What the hell? See, I thought it was only that one trailer that I was using, but it's not. It's the other one too. So it must have something else. It must have something else to do than just the trailer. It's got to have some other bug that's causing that to happen. I'm going to have to take my helicopter and fly over every field looking for pallets, because I've lost quite a few. Here, pallet, 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 here, pallet. Well, I have to get a hunting dog to train and get him trained for smelling pallets. I thought the trains went faster than this. I don't think I changed the trains in this map. I've changed it on some of the maps to go faster. I have them going all different kinds of speeds. I have. I think I've got one that they do about 100 miles an hour. I saw a video where some guy had him set to do like 500 miles an hour. That was ridiculous. It really was. I thought 100 miles an hour is too much, but on a big map like this, it wouldn't be bad to go 100 miles an hour. I can't remember that one map I was playing that was a 4 times map, and I actually had it going 112 miles an hour. And still, it took me quite a while to go around the whole perimeter of the map. And the only problem with that is it took me, you know, a couple minutes to get up to 112. It took me 5 or 10 minutes to stop the dang thing. Now, you know what? I just screwed up. I just messed up. I went the wrong way. If you look at the map, from where I was down by field number 27, down on field 27, where I was, I could have backed up and been to the harbor very easily instead of going all the way around the map. I really screwed up. I should have went backwards. I'm not even halfway there yet. Oh well, I can do this later. Get that grass. Let me run around, just see if I'm not missing something. Well, let's get the silage around. Now, what was I working on for the silage? Who needed silage? The breeding sheep needs silage. Okay, I can do that. Oh, are you kidding? That's all they took? Well, there's only 2 of them. Okay, I need wheat and barley now. I don't know why I filled the truck up. I knew it wasn't going to take anything. Silly me. What else needs silage, though? Anybody else need silage? The sheep don't need. Breeding cows, silage or hay. Okay. Breeding cows can use it. They're not going to take very much either. There's only 2 cows. I shouldn't have to worry about picking up animals to take to the market now for quite some time. Now, see, the cows eat a lot more, don't they? All right, anybody else need silage? The regular cows can use some. And the pigs don't eat any. So well, before we put this back in the silage silo, let's feed the regular pigs, regular cows. Damn, I almost said regular pigs, regular sheep, regular cows. Take all you want, we'll make more. Whoa. I got a lot more regular cows now than I had breeding cows. Than I have breeding cows. Alright, what do we need next? Heading back this way. We need wheat or barley. Anybody else need wheat and barley? Yes, the breeding cows do. And then breeding pigs do. So everybody needs wheat and barley now. So what do we have the most of? We got 327 barley. We got mostly barley. Let's grab barley. And that's what I was going to use for making beer, but that's all right. We can get some more. Which reminds me, did we not start making beer? I need to go check on that. Okay. Now, we're looking at the breeding animals for this. So let's start with the breeding cattle. Okay. Then we'll head over to the breeding pigs. There's an easier way to say that. You know what I should do? Pig 2. Cattle 2. We're going to feed the pig 2. And then the sheep 2. Instead of the breeding stuff, we'll just say pig 2, cow 2. You know I won't. I'll forget what I just said. And they didn't take any at all. Okay, so now the go back to the start. Let's see. Pigs are okay. I can do this stuff later. Breeding sheep are okay. The regular sheep are great. Breeding cows need mixed rations. Cows are okay. Breeding pigs need straw, corn, and canola. All right. Well, pigs are special. Pigs are special. So what the heck? Let's go grab some TMR and feed the cattle. That'll leave me some barley for making beer. It didn't take very much. The animals. It's been so dark and gloomy here. I don't want to complain because I know that there's people that living in places where there's heat waves right now. But for the last 2 weeks, well, it's not 2 weeks because I just got home a week ago from vacation. Last week and this week, and then into next week, we have not gone over, we haven't got to 70 degrees here. It's just been cold and damp and just not good weather. Here we're middle of the summer, and today 65 is the highest it got. We can't even get room temperature here. And I, like I said, I want to complain because there's so many people dying, 90 and 100 degree weather out there. I wish that would come a little bit our way. Not 100 degrees, no. But at least enough to get us up in the 70s, for heaven's sake. For summertime, it's terrible. But again, I don't want to complain because I know people have it pretty tough out there with the higher temperatures and stuff. It's just, it's just that it'd be nice to go out and eat a hamburger on the deck for dinner, and enjoy it. But you can't do it without a sweatshirt and sweatpants and coat and hat and that kind of stuff. Right, let's see how we doing now. Breeding pigs, cows. All right, so breeding pigs, cows. Breeding cows are fine. Let's go back and put a little bit in the cows on the way back. And then we need to concentrate on piggy peas because they're special. They take special stuff. All right, let's see. I'm going to start off by getting... See, now here it doesn't make any sense. Why are we making pig food, but the pigs don't eat pig food? That's not right. They should have done this different. They should have had one of these like corn. They should have said corn or pig food. That would have been the thing to do. Because I know they want them to have protein. And beets, that kind of thing. Wheat and barley, I guess. A little bit of grain. Because you want grain-fed animals. But why make the pig food if they can't eat it? Now, I know the regular pigs do, so let's see how they're doing. They're doing fine. We'll clean this up later. But I don't know if I have any corn. But they do take straw, so we'll do that. But in actuality, my time is up. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and we'll finish fixing the animals up. And hopefully we'll get into some farming here in the next episode. I've got some stuff prepared. I just have to get into the next couple days and get it ripened. But I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you back on the farm in the next episode. In the meantime, happy farming.